We are discussing death metal today. Some recent pickups, some older-ish stuff, some newer stuff, some stuff that's still yet to come out.
Oh, hi there. My name's Jorge. I grew up in the 80s and used to love getting into trouble. I have always been a friend of felines. I take my faith very seriously, attended school at a Christian college, and I've been a music fan my entire life, only recently finding out that I really like extreme metal. And I want to invite you to journey with me on my discovery of extreme metal.
What is up, folks? Welcome back to A Christian Collects Extreme Metal. Yes, I changed the name of the channel. Finally, long overdue. And I guess extreme really is more applicable for the channel. It is what it is. Let me know what you think. But hey, thank you so much for stopping by. We're going to start out with the new 7-inch from Undergang and Corpus Offal. My gosh, man, this is so good. Listening to this just reminds you of just how, just the high pedigree of both of these bands. It's honestly crazy. You know, it's just one song from either band. This feels like, as far as Undergang's contribution, this might be the heaviest song that they've ever done. They've had a few heavy ones, like off of the debut, and I mean, obviously they're a death metal band, they're heavy, but man, it just seems like the chords hang a little longer, things just pound a little harder. It's just super heavy, man. Let me know what you think. Have you heard this? As far as Corpus Offal, man, you can't go wrong with these guys. Some of the best tremolo riffing, I mean, just comparable to like the greats of like Dead Congregation, or you know, some of those bands that really lean into the tremolo picking. Great stuff, man. Can't go wrong with this. Next up, we have, this actually released, I believe, last year, or maybe late 2024, Australian Death Grind, Incinerated, Eaten Raw, also released by Masako. Actually, Iron Fortress released the tape. I believe that I got this from Ben because I ordered the vinyl from Gurgling Gore, and like a day later, he messaged back and was like, hey man, I'm sorry, we're actually out of those, my bad. So anyway, grab this from Ben. Thank you if you're watching. Great stuff. You know, it's like Mortician worship, I think you could call this. Very short songs, compilation of some of their prior works. Super heavy, man. You know, I guess I wish there was more of a snare, more prevalent snare, I should say. But you know what? It is great stuff. You really can't go wrong. Incinerated, Eaten Raw. This next band, man, I actually had this album just sort of hanging out in the background of my last video. Snet, I don't know, one of the coolest logos for a death metal outfit, in my opinion, from Prague, Czechia, the Czech Republic. I believe that's the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can't pronounce anything, and that's admirable to me when these bands from some of these other countries decide to not buckle under the pressure to appease English-speaking fans, or however you want to say it. I guess there's more money, maybe, in sort of releasing stuff in English, you know, but, you know, bands like Undergang and Snet, you know, they don't do that. Black metal alike, you know. So there's something admirable about that. Obviously, it's okay for those who do decide to release their stuff in English, but I think there's something to be said about those who are just sticking with their mother tongue. Anyway, started out in Blood Harvest. They're now with Dark Descent. They got their upcoming album slated to release later this fall through Dark Descent. I think Misako could be a collaboration effort. A lot of great bands coming out of Blood Harvest. This band plays like they have something to prove. I mean that in the best way possible. They only have a couple. This is their second album. Well, this is their first, but you know, their upcoming one. And people were really latched on, and I could see why. I mean, they're just playing these instruments into the ground. They really just students of death metal. Just great stuff, man. Let me know what you think of Snet. Have you heard the new stuff? What do you think about the old stuff? Next band, super special to me, Abyssal Rift, out of Ohio, hometown heroes. Actually had tickets to watch these guys early last year along with Mephitic Corpse and Corpus Offal. And wouldn't you know, the promotion emailed me, they had canceled. I was so bummed out, I actually reached out to Corpus Offal Instagram account, was like, hey, did you guys actually cancel? And they were like, yeah, dude, sorry, we had to, my bad. I'm one of these guys, have, I think, some strange strand of autism where I need confirmation from a secondary source about certain things. Anyway, back to Abyssal Rift. I love these guys so much. They just dropped their new album literally the other day with Transcending Obscurity out of India, Relics of Great Ash or Lost Ash. So this is their debut, Extirpation Dirge. Death Doom, that sort of, I guess, maybe a little bit of avant-garde experimental stuff, but it's so good, man. It's so good. It is just crushingly heavy. The new album, if you guys haven't heard it yet, definitely check it out. Like I said, I've had this, picked it up from Sentient Ruin a few years, and loved it so much, man. And so happy to see that they're dropping their new album. It'll be here soon enough. But in the meantime, we're listening to this one. Let me know what you think of Abyssal Rift. Things off, it's not going to be Funerarium because I've already made a YouTube short kind of going over this, so I'm not going to belabor this, but this is going to be one of the albums of the year for me, for sure, one of the great death metal albums. 2026 is just incredible. These guys have been around since the early 2000s, and they only have, this is their third full length in 20 some odd years, almost 3 decades. It's honestly crazy, and like I said in the YouTube short, you know, it's just quality over quantity with these guys, like some other just classy death metal acts out there. Anyway, Beckoning, The Void of Eternal Silence, what a great one, man. But the one that will be ending our video today is Candarian. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but you know, the artwork stuck out to me when this was first announced by Misako. I got mine through Dark Descent, but yeah, I think it reminded me of, it had callbacks of like Gutless, right? I have the vinyl down there, but it's just easier to grab this, right? It just has a similar feel to it. And I think that's kind of what they're going for thematically as well. Sort of gory type stuff. But man, these guys make the kind of death metal that really, really appeal to me. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into my philosophy of death metal and bore everybody. But man, it's just like obscured vocals. You know, the sound should be something that is the opposite of the human experience. in my opinion, just monstrous. I actually asked my daughter, she'll be 13 this year. I asked her a while back, I was listening to some death metal. I'm like, what does this sound like to you? And she thought about it and she was like, it sounds like a monster singing. And yeah, and I'm sure that's probably not too far away from what they're going for, but I think that nails it. You know, when it comes to death metal, it should be a monstrosity. It should be the opposite of the human experience. Man, these guys nail it. The opening of this album really sets the pace. It just, simplistic in parts, but super effective. Candarian, will be definitely a nominee for one of the albums of the year for me. I love it that much. Let me know what you think of Candarian. Hey, look, that's going to do it. Let me know in the comments exactly what you think. Have you heard these albums? Are you fans? Maybe not so much. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Jorge, a Christian who collects extreme metal, signing off. Be blessed.